Goals on 16 minutes from Sam Morris, and in the second minute of added time from Connor Waldron gave Swindon Supermarine a 2-0 win over Wimborne Town at Webswood Stadium here today. And for the third game in a row, a Wimborne game very heavily impacted by a very strong wind, which made football very difficult here. Jason Harville hadn't recovered from the knock he took in warm-up on Wednesday at Winchester, so new signing Shane Murphy made his debut, his second debut for Wimborne between the sticks today, and he had an excellent game. Went with a back four of Declan Randall, Arnie and John Blake at central defence, and Ryan Johnson at left back. Franklin Clark and James Stocco in holding positions, and Ryan Murray, Anthony Waters wide, with Jamie Davidson in the middle, and up front Carl Preston. Only 2 minutes on the clock when Wimborne had what would prove to be almost their best chance of the game. Carl Preston won the ball in midfield and fed Franklin Clark, and he was through, but his shot was smothered by the home goalkeeper. 2 minutes later, an excellent save by Shane Murphy, away up to his right, one-handed to tip the ball over for a corner. Really good save. The decisive goal, or the first goal, came on 16 minutes for Swindon. The ball squared from the left, and there was Sam Morris to put it in from about 6 yards. Half an hour gone, another good save from Shane Murphy, pushing the ball out for a corner. Pretty much all Swindon Supermarine at this stage. They were, just like Winchester did on Wednesday, very much in Wimborne's faces, but Wimborne's defence looking good and playing extremely well again, just as they did on Wednesday. 1-0 to Swindon at half time, and now I can't read my notes. 52 minutes, James Stocco set Carl Preston free, and his curling shot came back off the Swindon Supermarine right-hand post, and that was as close as Wimborne got. Really good chance, good work by Carl Preston. Carl, who ran his heart out and did ever so well today. On 55 minutes, another save from Shane Murphy from a free kick on the edge of the box, which led to a corner. Ball came in. An enormous scramble, and Shane Murphy emerged from the ball with the ball. 66 minutes, Swindon Supermarine looked like they hit the bar from after another corner. Good defensive work from Wimborne at this point. The defence playing really well. John Blake and Scotty really doing well. 69 minutes, John Blake, a goal-saving tackle after the Swindon man had rounded Shane Murphy, and Blakey got it on the line. And with 20 minutes to go, free kick Swindon Supermarine 30 yards out, but that was blocked. 77 minutes, a rare attack by Wimborne. Carl Preston got to the left-hand byline, but his cross was cut out by the home keeper. Simon Brown brought Morgan Turner on in 78 minutes from debut man Ryan Murray. And it was Swindon who struck again on the 91st minute when the ball was turned in at the far stick. Shane Murphy and pretty much the whole Wimborne bench absolutely incensed at the decision, which they thought was a clear offside. In the end, it didn't really make much difference. There was still time for Shane Murphy to make another really good save before the final whistle went. 2-0 didn't really flatter Swindon Supermarine, who were on top most of the game, but yet again, really excellent rearguard action by Wimborne. The strong wind didn't make for good football. Wimborne had one or two chances, but Swindon had a lot more than that, and full marks to the Wimborne defence for the second game in a row. My star man was Shane Murphy, who had a really cracking game, but not far behind them must have been John Blake and Scott Arnold in the middle of the defence. Well done, Scotty, an unusual position for you. I'm with Simon Brown after today's 2-0 defeat at Swindon. Simon, couldn't deny Swindon their victory, but we stuck at our task, didn't we? The defence played well.
They did. They played well today. They played really well on Wednesday night. We've just not really offered enough going forward. No. That's been the issue. There's a couple of moans and groans in the dressing room there, really saying, well, we might have played well defensively, but were we ever going to score? And that's then taken the next level on really for us. put good effort in the last two. We've got another tough game against two. We played the top, some top sides.
Yes, yes.
And hopefully we'll get an opportunity to bring some new faces in that maybe we can move on from there. But yes, it's been a chastening start the first couple of games.
Yeah.
But having said that, I'm really pleased with the effort that the guys have given me.
Good.
And I mean, last night I had players dropping down left, right, and centre, and the fact that we've got now. I've had a chance to look at Declan and Ryan. Who probably I wouldn't have had a look at until further into the season, and very impressed with them. And as I said, the back four played really well. In fact, across the board, I think we did well. It's just we just didn't have that little bit of extra quality that.
I thought Swindon, a bit like Winchester on Wednesday, were in our faces all the time. They pressed us. They didn't allow us any time on the ball, and we couldn't hang on to the ball for very long. We were giving it away.
No, everything was there to make life difficult for us today against a good opposition who played the ball, in good areas going forward. The pitch was awful, boggy, and the wind was horrendous. It's all typical English conditions, and you think. I've really got to get the guys up for this, because otherwise, it's where you find sometimes that people think it's cold, it's wet, it's horrible. But in fairness to them, they all manfully stuck at the task, and I, as I said, really pleased with the effort. It's just a case of I've now got to try and turn it around into
a few positives. We've mentioned the defence. I thought Shane Murphy had a fantastic game in goal, and up front, Carl Preston never stops running. Very willing runner.
Yeah, it's.
He hit the post as well.
I know it's ifs and buts, and I can't deny that probably Swindon were probably the better side on the day and deserved the win. But you look at the chance that Franklin had in the first minute, and then Carl at the post. I said to John at half time, I said if Franklin's had gone in and we were coming in at 1-0 with something to grab onto, I'm not saying they wouldn't have gone on to win the game, but it would have given us something to hold on to. So plenty of work to do, but
you're enjoying it.
Encouraged. Well, I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it when the easiest part of the game or the role is when the whistle goes at 3 o'clock. So right, it's done now. The last 24 hours, Wayne Crutcher was struggling, I know, and he couldn't make it. And then Billy maybe this morning said he was sick. I know I had the issue with Jason as well, and I was trying to get a couple of players signed yesterday but couldn't. So the last 48 hours has been hectic, but like I said, that's what I signed up for, so I'm not going to stop moaning too much. If I'm still doing this in 4 or 5 weeks' time, I'm still moaning about the fact that I'm ringing around and trying to get. Then we might have a different conversation. But no, I'm pleased to be back in football, and hopefully we'll take us.
Well, we're pleased to have you.
A bit further up the table.
Welcome to Wimborne.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
All right, cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for your